What is good, guys? It's your boy Aaron, and you're watching the Aaron Show Knicks Take. So today, I'm going to be talking about the Knicks and how we're doing. As you could see by the title that we lost against some of the West Coast teams, but got the win against Miami, and then got the loss back to San Antonio yesterday, which was very humiliating. And as I'm recording right now, we're going up against the Charlotte Hornets. So fingers crossed, I might be, on my phone a little bit. So I'll actually get it out right now as we speak and try to multitask as I can what's going on there. But I hope you guys are doing well. Um, it's not easy being the Knicks fan that, it is right now. Although we are managing to work it out a little bit, and it is what it is. Um, to be that Knicks fan, it it's it's a lot. It really is. It's quite an interesting perspective to say what's going on with us. Um, and it's not easy. It's really not. Um, but anyways, let's get on to talking about the Knicks. I don't know why I'm so much on my phone, but I'll try to get off. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So there we go. Got it on my phone a little bit. But yeah, let's talk about the Knicks. So, um, earlier this week, like I said before, we lost to the San Antonio Spurs, unfortunately. Uh, 120 to 105. I I think without Brunson, it's kind of hard to see what's going on. It's not an easy one. Um, but this unknown player from San Antonio decides to drop on us 34 points. But on the bright side, you do have Karl-Anthony Towns, who went 32 points, 9 rebounds, which was, what? I mean, it was pretty good, knowing that we do have him, you know, on the team. Um, yeah, it was a lot to get in, even as Tibbs tries with the team to bring them up to their feet. It is what it is, but it's kind of hard without your captain, and that's what's going on with the team. It's not easy. And think about it: when we saw the Golden State Warriors game, you saw Tibbs arguing with Josh Hart. I mean, the guy was pretty pissed at him, which I was in shock. So it's not always easy to see your team get down and just see what to expect out of it. But it happens to the team sometimes. You do have to give the team a little bit of credit, but when it came down to the Warriors game, um, as usual, Draymond Green was just being a dick. And sorry for my foul speech, but he was being a total dick to get into Karl-Anthony Towns' head, which he's very good at. But the thing is that when we were at that game, it was just hard to see because we were so there. Next thing you know, we just went down, and it happened as well in Los Angeles. Uh, I mean, now the Lakers are also a little bit becoming that better team, even though they're sitting in like six, something like that. Um, but yeah, now they have like Luka, they have LeBron. Soon LeBron is going to retire. So they made that trade because Luka is a young guy. Bronny, that's the thing. Bronny, I do not know. It's probably going to take him some time, and we never know. But what they made out of that trade in February, March ish, they made that trade for a reason, and they played better as is when we went up against them, and that's a problem. That's really the problem, and we do have to get better. Hopefully, Brunson will get that comeback within the next 3 to 4 games as possible, and yeah, you never know. But back to the game, we were struggling, and it wasn't our game. Um, you know, Karl-Anthony Towns, like I said before, 32 points, 9 rebounds. It wasn't the best effort that we ever had, but we did dominate the first quarter, even though it was a 24-point lead. And despite the fact that we didn't do so well, we still had that momentum. Um, now I want to get into the moment where I'm only going to talk about this a little bit less, but I really want to dive into that. Um, we have got Cleveland and Boston. Now I know Knicks fans are probably going to say, "What are you talking about?" This is where we have to slowly adjust. And yes, it's going to be a little bit interesting once Jalen Brunson comes back to the starting five, because now it's Miles McBride. So it's going to be interesting to see the Knicks come back, because they're now we're 43-25, which is not as bad. We're still in third place, but it comes down to us really playing with enough efforts. Um, and what do I mean by that? Cleveland and Boston, they're absolutely killing it. They, you know, they are really winning as much as they can as possible. A couple of days ago, Boston did go up against the Brooklyn Nets. Obviously, Boston will kill them. But when it comes down to Cleveland, think about it. A couple of years ago, we sweep their asses. Now they come back with their mentality, and you never know what's going to come out of it next. So we're within, um, our record is 43-25, but uh, we're placing ourselves into a 6.5 game behind of Boston in the Atlantic Division, which is not as bad. We're probably going to sit in second in the Atlantic Division. But when you talk about the playoff approach, we do have to be careful, because now there's a little bit of rumors saying that maybe Detroit might go up against us, which now they have Tim Hardaway Jr., they have Jay Cunningham, they have all these guys. So we do have to be careful where we're coming from. We still have Brunson, we still have all these guys. We're hungry. We're hungry for a playoff where we could go to the Eastern Conference, but we don't want to get it too held of ourselves. Um, it's a crucial moment for us to say, okay, what can we do to come back to these games? And that's the question that we do have to ask ourselves. What can we do? Now, of course, um, Tib said something that I really did not expect, and I didn't watch it, but I'm gonna watch it with you guys and get my reaction out of it. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're on the road. I think they scored the first 5 possessions of the game. So defensively, we were a step behind, and we got in a big hole and tough to get out of. We fought. I thought the third quarter we played pretty well and had a shot at it, but we had gotten in too big of a hole. So our defense wasn't good enough. Our rebounding wasn't good enough. And those are probably the two biggest things.
You know, the guy that often harps on the schedule. Did you feel like just kind of the schedule catching up to you guys in that first half, or was that nothing to do with it?
Yeah, you know, like sometimes the schedule is the schedule. Sometimes it's in your favor, sometimes it's not. And we've been on the road a long time, went home for one, then turned right back around. But that's our reality. And so just find a way to win. And so the third quarter, I thought we had the right approach, and that helped. And we got it inside. I think we got it to 8, and and then we got hurt with the 3. And so you can live with sometimes a guy can get hot, and we got to make sure that he puts it down. And Sandro had a great game, but we didn't really take anything away. When our ball pressure got better in the third quarter, then our defense picked up. So we know that that's how we have to play. So, but as I said, we were a step behind all night.
When you cut it to 8, is it just one of those things that you kind of mentioned it? You exert so much energy to kind of get back into it, and they go on a 10-0 run to 8, goes to 18. Is it just too much to overcome that?
Yeah, well, you still had, we came back again, and you have to have the determination that you can find a way to win under any circumstance. And the fight was there in the third quarter, but again, you get hit again, and you're exerting a lot of energy to get out of those holes. And obviously, you much prefer to play from a lead. So I think that's important. But, whatever the circumstances are, just find a way to get it done. I thought Mitch gave us good minutes, and that sort of gave us life for a while there. Yeah, that is a big concern. Big, particularly, they started the game small. And so, I thought like our reaction to the ball wasn't great. And they're athletic and quick, and we got to make sure we're putting a body on it. But and again, I felt like we were behind all night. We were, and it's better to initiate and, contact rather than react to it,
Yeah, maybe the schedule, but you go from here, try to fight back all night here, and like you go to Charlotte cross country.
Yeah, so just go in with the right mindset. It's, like that's the challenge, and that's what competition's all about. So, your mind is everything, and so if you believe you can do something, you will.
Did you break out a little zone in that third quarter, or did it
Yeah.
Who's coming in the driveway?
Okay, so that was the press conference of Tibbs. Of course, what he said was absolutely 100%, 100% true of what happened yesterday. We didn't come out as strong. They came back firing bullets at us, and I think that was the whole situation. We weren't ready what they were coming from, and I believe that was the biggest issue that was coming out of that. So going into this game against Charlotte, probably if you're watching this and it's a win or a loss, you'll see what it comes out of it. But moving forward, even after if it's a win or a loss, think about the next 2 games, because the next 2 games we have is against the Washington Wizards, a team that is not doing as well. Then we've got Dallas in the West, which we do have. They do have Anthony Davis, but I think they're somewhat in the like they're somewhat doing as well. Like here, okay, I mentioned the Wizards. They're in last place. This should be easy peasy. Easy peasy. Now Dallas, I want to say, yeah, they're also in 10th place. They're in the play-in tournament. So as I'm seeing right now what's going on, if I'm the Knicks, I think to myself, okay, we got to play better defense. We don't have Jalen, if we keep on doing this, we're not going to get anywhere. We're really not. And I think that's the whole situation of what's to come right now. Like, it's very, very it's an interesting time. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it's a very interesting time to be a Knicks fan. And yeah, it's we're going through some times, but we've got to stay within the moment, and play through that hard times. So, but yeah, that's what I just wanted to talk about with you guys. And yeah, that's it. The next video that you guys will be watching is, of course, the Westchester Knicks. We finally made it to the playoffs of the G League. That video is probably going to be, I don't know, this weekend, maybe on Monday, Tuesday, whenever I have time. But yeah, so that's going to be next video. Of course, it's going to be a big game. So make sure to check out that video. And yeah, so anyways, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, anyways, guys, peace and love. Yeah, but next video, Westchester Knicks playoff video. So yeah, anyways, guys, peace. Have a good day. And yeah.